Hey folks, thanks again for joining us. I'm talking with Richard Anklam. He is the director of the New Mexico Tax Research Institute. As you know, there are a number of proposals by the governor for tax cuts this year during this session. Wanted to catch up with Richard on a couple of these things. Richard, thank you for joining us. First question, the governor has made it pretty clear in her State of the State address as well that the cuts to Social Security are on the table. There's been a bit of a mixed result so far. I'm curious how you see the proposal and what the results might be if passed.
Well, there's 4 or 5 proposals at least on the table right now. Some limit the amount of income that is applied. One applies at least one a tax increase on cigarettes, I believe, to offset the cost of the deduction. It's a curious question. You know, it's like any tax questions, because you have winners and losers, or in this case, winners because we have excess dollars. But at the end of the day, you know, 3-4 years from now, you have to pay for everything some way. So, as a tool to help poor families, retired families, it's not very useful because most poor retired families don't pay any tax on their Social Security. As an economic development tool, it's more attractive. It checks a box, you know, with people, you know, that are looking for that sort of thing. But it's usually not as impactful as you might think in terms of dollars to an average family or someone moving here, you know.
Someone looking to retire here, so to speak. It's not a
exactly, and to the very wealthy, it's you know, Social Security is limited, and it only represents so much income. So so it's like any other decision that legislators have to make. It's popular. It feels good. It's one of the few proposals that I might personally benefit from in the future somehow, hopefully. But you know, but again, we're in a populist mode right now. The state money, we're in an election cycle, all that sort of thing. So you know, I don't think it delivers as much as it promises.
Let me ask you about another one then. The governor has proposed a 0.25% decrease in the gross receipts tax here. Same as what you're just describing about Social Security, not much impact, or are we opposite here? Is this the opening salvo perhaps to something a little more about reform on GRT? How do you see the proposal as it stands now?
Well, you characterized it fairly well. I believe reducing our GRT rates is a good thing.
Okay.
They're too high. They've increased dramatically, you know, over my career. And everything that's bad about our tax system, pyramiding, all that kind of stuff, is exacerbated by rate increases. It compounds, you know, as these effects kind of cascade through the chain of commerce down to the consumers. You know, it helps households and businesses, but it's because it's broadly applicable, it's expensive. And if I'm a policymaker, as with all decisions, everything. If you're a teenager, you know, with a credit card and you walk into a food court, right? Pizza looks good. The heroes look good. You know, maybe some Thai over here. You know, it all looks good. You know, and I can sell it all. I can spin anything in a positive direction and say this is a good thing.
I like the analogy. Yes.
You've only got a $20, you know, bill in your pocket, and so.
Well, Richard, is there a number in your mind that would have been, again, we're not talking policy here, but 0.5%? 0.75%? Is there something that could have gone deeper here that would have perhaps got this off the ground a little bit more, or is 0.25% a good place to start?
Well, it's a good place, you know, to have a conversation. Again, we have to reduce our rates. There was a concern on the part of some that local governments who have imposition authority might backfill the cut. But some local governments, you know, are already at their maximums or close, or they have to go to the voters. Some don't. and so whether that would happen or not, but that was a concern. There was conversations about limiting their ability to impose new taxes, but that's constraining, local governments' ability. They're saying, well, we're not asking for this. Why are you going to constrain me? So that's not in the proposal, but there's still a concern that there might be some backfill so that, the businesses and individuals wouldn't benefit if that occurred.
Let me ask you, we're working through all of this under the idea of we have a big surplus. Does this change the conversation significantly in your view?
Well, with the surplus, there's a conversation around recurring and non-recurring revenue. And what that, really boils down to is how much of the excess money that we seem to have right now is available today, but how much of it is going to, happen in the future over and over again.
Right.
That's recurring.
Gotcha.
And so a lot of our, revenue is oil and gas dependent, and other sources that fluctuate, dramatically sometimes. You have to be very, very careful. Right now we have very strong reserves, and we have strong revenues and revenue forecasts, and, oil and gas prices are good, and they appear to be that way for some time, but that's still what we're dependent on. So whenever you create something that's permanent, like a rate reduction or a Social Security exemption, if you can afford it today, that's great. Can you afford it 3 years from now if that revenue disappears?
That's the tough part for policymakers, isn't it? That's the difficulty right there, being able to forecast down the road. Richard Anklam, New Mexico Tax Research Institute. You're the director. We really appreciate your time on this. As these bills move along, maybe we tap back with you and kind of pick up where they're going and see where the folks are headed on this. We appreciate your time today, though. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.